As vibrant July gathers pace, our festival draws near. Without the custom warm embrace, our streets lined full of cheer. No elected lad or lass, with attendants there in awe, no Roman bridge straddled en masse, the crowds waiting for a thaw. There is no sashing at the mall, no Kirkin or procession, no tune band to lead us all, in year order or by succession. There will be no flag or cavalcade, no lass in white best dressed, no crowds 5 deep for our parade, or the things we love the best. This year we must hibernate, our history still proud and long, with celebrations more sedate, we'll remember in word and song. So here's to hearts with love aglow, to townsfolk far and near, the heirs of those who long ago haste ye back again next year.
Being elected Honest Lad is an amazing experience. We were so proud to be able to represent our town at other border common riding and festivals that nothing compares to our own.
I have been riding all my life and I have been part of the cavalcade so many times. I thought 2018 was special being in the official party, but it could never compare to 2019. I do not have the words to describe how I felt in the moment that I was elected. The moment my dream came true. 2019 was filled with the most amazing experiences, but being honest last, dressed in my beautiful whites and seeing Aidan carry the borough flag, these are memories I will cherish forever.
When you see pictures of past honest lads and honest lasses and you get a chance to speak to them about their memories, you get an idea of how special Festival Saturday is. But until you are actually there at Pinky Pillars with the borough flag in your hand, ready to lead the ride around the boundaries of our honest town, you can't understand the pride they felt.
On Festival Saturday in 2019, the weather could not have been any worse. It was miserable. I think the others could definitely agree. I've never been as soaked in my life, but this didn't hold back the people of Musselburgh. The heavier the rain, the louder and the stronger the support we had from the crowd was. This change would have going to be a disappointment to a memory I will treasure forever.
The support that you received throughout your time in the official party beyond is something I am so grateful for. From the people of Musselburgh who voted for us and their encouragement throughout Festival Week, to the Executive Committee for the opportunity, to our families and friends that have been there since day one and helped us every step of the way, we want to say thank you.
At the end of our festival in 2019, we, like many others, were looking forward to doing it all again next year. Even though 2020 didn't look like we've expected, yet again the people of Musselburgh have come together to show their support for our festival. And now we are looking forward with hope to next year.
So here's to 2021, and here's to a festival that the people of Musselburgh can be proud of.
Hello, I'm Musselburgh's Honest Lass 1970, Morag Sharp, or Gibson as it was then. I have been asked to tell you a little about my year and my experiences while being Honest Lass. Although this is my 50th year, my journey with the Musselburgh Festival started in 1969 when I was approached by the then president of the HTA to stand for Honest Lass. I was unsuccessful that year, but once I got over the initial disappointment, I realised that what followed that year was a very good initiation of what lay ahead. I was honoured and extremely proud, therefore, in 1970 to be elected Honest Lass along with my honest lad George Cunning. We are all well aware of the history of why Musselburgh was named the Honest Toon, and every honest lad and honest lass, before and after me, wears their medal with great pride in celebration of the town's history. And if I may say so too should the people of Musselburgh be extremely proud, because with your support the Musselburgh Festival continues. 1970 was a whirlwind of a year. The Honest Toons Association having arranged visits for George and I to local industries, nursing homes, maternity hospitals and schools, and my job was simply to turn up in the appropriate attire. I have always had a love of horses, and one of my greatest joys was travelling to neighbouring towns to participate in their annual common riding. From making new friends and meeting their families, who were always willing to put themselves out by putting us up, be it in a spare room or a tent in the garden, to enjoying a few drinks at the end of the day and sharing stories such as how you unceremoniously slid down the neck of your horse that afternoon when he decided to come to an abrupt halt, drop his head and nonchalantly graze on the fresh green grass. For every honest lass there is an honest lad, and George Cunningham is my honest lad. George has lived all his life in Musselburgh, and throughout those years has continued to support the HTA, the Honest Lads Association and the Musselburgh Festival, not to mention the riding of the marches. As my honest lad, George was extremely good company, fun-loving, dependable, an absolute gentleman when we were on official outings, and I'm happy to say 50 years on he is exactly the same. I could not have asked for, nor indeed could Musselburgh have asked for a better ambassador. No honest lad and lass is complete without those who make up their official party. And I would like to thank Bill Duncan and Moira King, honest lad and honest lass of 1969, together with Reno DeRollo, Elise Whittaker, David Shaw and Margaret Fairley, for the fun, laughter and support which they gave to George and I throughout our year. While looking out some photos of my eventful year, I came across an article written by Margaret Harker and published in the Evening News in September 1982, in which she writes passionately about what it means to many of us to ride the boundaries of Musselburgh during Festival Week. She starts the article by describing a little Shetland pony who races the length and breadth of his tiny paddock beside the River Esk in a flurry of frustration as the cavalcade of horses approach, knowing he is unable to join them, only to be left further disappointed and bereft 5 hours later when those same horses and riders return. I can sympathise with that little pony because I have always found it very difficult over the years to watch the ride-outs if I myself am not riding. Emotions run high, tears well up, and I just want to kick down my paddock pen and join them. Amongst my memorabilia, I also found my sashing ceremony speech from 1970. Little did I know then that I would be reading part of that speech 50 years on, and I'm sure that my words will resonate with all honest lads and honest lasses. When I said then, I know the honour and the memory of this office will stay with me for the rest of my life, and that when my year of office is over, I shall not become a past honest lass, but will always be honest lass 1970.
Hi, I'm George Cunningham, honest lad 1970, and I've been asked what it's like to be 50th year anniversary lad. The short answer is, I still feel immensely honoured and lucky to have been awarded one of the greatest accolades offered by our old tune. Tempus fugit, alright. I'm genuinely quite emotional to have reached this anniversary. I'm used to being called granddad by 4 lovely grandchildren, but to reach this milestone is certainly a reminder that I wasn't born yesterday. I reckon I was the 28th honest lad, and I remember my election night well. Some of the greats in the annals of honest tune history were there, including Jimmy Arthur, the first honest lad. I have lived in Musselburgh nearly all my life, attending the Borough and Grammar before going on to a career in banking, based in Edinburgh. So I have seen a lot of changes in my hometown since 1970. And I'm pleased to report our festival is still strong and ready to recommence as soon as the new normal permits. As a boy, I used to live above my family's baker shop in the High Street, just opposite the old town hall. So saw the honest lads and lasses being elected each year, until that is the election switched to the Brunton Hall. So I was always curious about what was going on. I did not think that one day it would be me in the carriage. And a male candidate for 1969 had to pull out. I was fortunate enough to be co-opted and served on Bill Duncan and Moira King's official party, where I met Maura Gibson, my future honest lass. Will and Moira were great ambassadors, and the benefit of a year on the official party really brought home to me what was expected at home and away. My horse riding abilities had to improve rapidly when I had been taking part in border festivities, but I managed. So, with attendants Reno DeRollo, Davy Shaw, Elise Whittaker and Margaret Fairley, we became part of the Musselburgh team for the year and had great adventures. Reno and Elise, of course, went on to be lad and lass in 1971. Morag was a marvellous honest lass, and we managed to overcome our nerves and performed our duties successfully. Morag and I are still friends today. Every lad and lass have their own unique experiences, both here and in the borders, so I will not elaborate on that, but rather concentrate on how things have changed over the years. Because I was always lived here, our festival is a key date in the calendar when planning and prioritising holidays. So this year I am missing the buzz in the town, not least the fancy dress fun. There is always something going on for everyone, sharing memories and making new ones. The first thing I remember of my year is that the 1970 Commonwealth Games, the athletics events were just taking place up the road in Meadowbank Stadium. But this did not affect our crowds. Remember, in 1970, most families at best had black and white televisions with 3 channels. In fact, I can remember Musselburgh having 4 picture houses. Anyway, looking through the HTA Festival programme of 1970, 10p or 2 shillings, I was struck how many local traders there were in the high street. Most have long gone, and if I look at the visitations on the lad and lass schedule, Eden Hall Hospital, Eden Maternity Hospital, Inverness Paper Company, Stewart's Netmill, they're all now lost. The Woodside Hotel and the Community Centre hosted key events in my day that are no more. On a cheerier note, Stony Hill Primary is now added to our school visits. It's also great to see Musselburgh Athletic, who still run our Tuesday football, with new floodlights and all geared up for a big time success due to new league structures. And the rugby club right up there in the top league for club rugby. Our golf courses and racecourse also brings from strength to strength. So on finishing, I came across this poem in the 1970 programme, and I think it encapsulates the pride Musselburgh lads and lasses feel about our town. It was actually written by William Merrily, the Chief Constable at the time, in honour of the 25th anniversary of the Honest Tunes Association. So here it goes. Of Scotland's ancient heritage, all Scots are justly proud. In every corner of the earth they sing our praises loud. For love o' hame and country there's name can rise aboon. The Queen o' the Lothians, old Musselburgh tune. Romans, Angles, Saxons, Danes, they landed on our shore. But aye, when danger threatened, our lads were to the fore, defending Queen and country, protecting freedom's croon, rejecting neighbours merging, our ancient arms tune. Our honest lads and lasses, our marches I shall ride, each in it who be loyal and true, with fervour and with pride. Safe out, safe in, forever we'll cry, right all our tune or rune, and we must keep independent, old Musselburgh's tune. Keep safe. Thank you.
Among the honest lads and lasses, heirs of those who long ago,
Fill their old tune with mirth and music, loyal hearts will love and go.
raise again the cheerful song, sing as they sang in the past. When they found their native Bara, who they traveled round outland.
For Musselburgh was a bara when Edinburgh was nane.
And Musselburgh will be a bara when Edinburgh's gane.
Deep in our hearts the old tradition which inspired them will remain.
For in the tale of Randolph's passing and the efforts though in vain,
for him old stars to save him, all the beauty and the power of a passionate devotion live and move us at this hour.
For Musselburgh was a borough when Edinburgh was named.
Musselburgh will be a borough when Edinburgh's named. Dear honest tournament, who won thy honourable name of old, reckoned a kindly spirit greater far than either fame or gold. Long as beneath the Albrecht runs they mingle with the sea.
Thou shalt bear thy sons and daughters worthy of thy name and be.
For Musselburgh was a borough when Edinburgh was named, and Musselburgh will be a borough when Edinburgh's gain.
For Musselburgh was a borough when Edinburgh was named, and Musselburgh will be a borough when Edinburgh's gain.